In a Luo homestead, we have got two gates. That is the front gate, which will automatically be wider enough, like the one you are seeing here, and a small gate behind the homestead. We call it rod. Yeah, that is a back gate. Now, when you come right from through the gate, you are going to see a very big house in front of us. That one big house that is facing the gate directly, that is the first white hut of the homestead, because Luos used to be, and we are still, polygamous. So the first house there, it must be bigger than the rest, because the first wife is always honored. The first wife we call Mikai. So she is always honored. That is why that house must be bigger. The reason as to why it must be bigger is because all visitors, whether a visitor that is meant for Nyachira's hut or Rero's hut or Nyadendi's hut, any visitor who will come within this homestead must get first into the hut of the first wife. That is why it had to be that big. When we stand by the door of first wife's hut, facing the gate directly, this is where you are going to determine the structure of the Luo homestead. So, first son of this homestead will always be erecting his hut closer to the gate.
So what if a family only has girls?
Oh.
What if there are only girls born?
When only girls are born, it will be tried as much as possible that marriages will continue within this homestead. Until that time, a woman with the lack of a boy child be brought in. That one is another Abila, a beach Rombe, a beach Germany. Germany is that is another term for small animals.
Like home of the small animals.
Yes. So a beach Germany is made for small animals like sheep and goats. So they will be, and calves also could be put in. Sometimes when the calves are very small, it's still young, too young, they were to be kept in the huts. And there are places that were meant for the calves. All huts in this homestead had to have their own granaries. A reason, food security was key and is still key in the Luo community. So each and every hut, that is from the first wife's hut to the last, each had to have granary, and those granaries were to be made full of grains. There are some food that were meant to be taken fresh, and that is why we had to have orundu, or sometimes we call them nyakirundu. So orundu is a small garden that is meant for, meant for peasantry at the back of the home, behind the home. So in those gardens, we were to put, or we are meant to plant foods like potatoes. We are meant to plant foods like cassava, groundnuts, foods like vegetables, of which vegetables we have a number of them. We have got osuga, we have got dek, we have got bo, we have got susa, we have got mito, atipa, we have got apoth. What else, Mama? Mama? Ndemra. Yes. So there are a number of, because we always knew that such kind of indigenous vegetables, they are of medicinal value. And sometimes when you had got a stomach ache or stomach ache broke out in the homestead, Mama would just get into the garden, and during that time she picked deck, and that deck is boiled. Everyone is having the meal. After that, the stomach ache will end. Fish, when we took fish from the lake, as you all know, everywhere in the world knows that the first food for Luos is fish, because that is why we are called river, lake, Nilos, because a lot of the activities that we used to be doing and we are still doing is around the lake. And what is it that is, within the lake? Fish. So we are fishers. Now, yes, that is what we are. So fish, we were to preserve them using a technique that had not been known even before. We had known that drying fish in the sun can make stay over years and years. I talked of dried fish, but I did not talk of a dried beef. That one we used to do, and we call it aliyah. Very precious food. Can you say aliyah?
Aliyah.
Aliyah. Don't say aliyah. Say aliyah. Aliyah.
What's the difference?
Aliyah.
Aliyah.
How it comes out.
Aliyah.
Good. That hides like this one from
the
them,
small animals.
from the small animals, would only be used to cover this part.
What about the back?
The back, we are only putting it now.
Oh, yeah.
But before, it never used to be.
Oh, it-
When I am meeting you on the way, then I had to turn it round.
Oh!
When you
So Mweri, it was a big snake. I think you must have seen it somewhere. So this big snake, it was something like a gift to the Luo community. So when it was seen, if there's something to happen bad, it was be seen something is happening, but it changes. You can even change the color, you know, good again. So it means things are changing. So the wise men are to be asked now, when we are seeing this and that, what do you expect to come?